What's up guys, it's Jack with JBTCG. Today I'm talking about my top 5 pickups for the month of July to maximize my returns on Pokemon investing. But before we can address the future, let's take a look at the past and see how my top investments for the month of June performed this month. And did I even buy any of them, or was I just talking out of my 5th place pickup was Sword and Shield Pokemon Center ETBs. I'd rate this a B tier pickup. You haven't really seen any movement over the past month or even the last couple months in these products, mainly because they're still available on the Pokemon Center and they have been for such a long time. The only two I picked up were Fusion Strike and Lost Origin because I think they're the most worth it out of all of them. You might have seen I already have one of each of those. I just picked up another set of 2. But these are something to keep in mind as the prices of these regular ETBs kind of tick up. Like the Fusion Strike one is $47 for the regular ETB, and you can get the Pokemon Center one for $49.99. So you get more packs in the Pokemon Center one, and it's an exclusive colorway. So over time, I think this is going to be worth a lot of money, but just in terms of movement in the past month, nothing crazy. Number 4 was Fusion Strike Sleeve Boosters, and I'd rate this as an S tier pickup. We'll get into this a little bit more later in the video, but just know that these are a great pickup and I am going to be buying more and more. And here's just a couple of the Fusion Strike Sleeve Boosters that I picked up this month. Number 3 was the Galarian Bird Tins from Crown Zenith. So as you can see, I have picked up a full set of all 3 promo cards. I'd rate this a B tier pickup. The cost per pack is $5, so it's pretty good, especially for Crown Zenith, with the ETB being at a cost per pack slightly above $5. So anywhere you can get packs cheaper than an ETB price for a specialty set is a good deal. And the promo cards are pretty sick, plain and simple. Number 2 was Japanese 151 booster boxes. I'd rate this a B tier to A tier pickup. The price point, the entry point is perfect. No notes on that. The reprint came, drop prices, they crashed down, but now they've kind of stabilized a couple dollars above the bottom price that they were at. The only reason I'm hesitant to put this in A tier or S tier is because I don't know the future reprint plans that the Pokemon Company has for Japanese 151, especially since they're going back and printing older sets like in July with Lost Abyss and Paradigm Trigger. So they could very well print these boxes another time if prices uptick. So it makes me a little hesitant. And spoiler alert, they aren't going to be in my top 5 investments for the month of July because I already have picked up a bunch of these boxes and I don't need more than 20. I have 20 in storage and that's good enough for me. My number 1 pickup for the month of June was Silver Tempest booster boxes. You can see this one's pretty clean here, but not much has changed. I think this is an A tier investment. The Pokemon Center price is $144. The market price is $160 to $170. So there's a nice discrepancy there. You're getting a great entry point if you're picking them up on the Pokemon Center. But the trade-off for this is as long as they're on the Pokemon Center, that market price isn't going to shoot up. Otherwise, people could just make free tendies, buying it from the Pokemon Center, and then reselling it and eating the eBay fees and still coming out ahead. All right, now that we've gotten that all out of the way, let's talk about my top 5 investments for the month of July. At number 5, I have XY sleeved booster packs. So I have my Primal Clash pack here, and I intend to pick up a couple more from Primal Clash and Roaring Skies. Now, I know this is a curveball. Most of my pickups, most of my investments are way more modern than the XY era, but I promise there's a thought process behind this. Megas will be reintroduced in the Pokemon TCG in the future. And then with that, YouTubers like PokeRev, things like that, Cool Trainer Ryan, they're going to do openings with the new modern Mega sets and the old vintage XY sets. And on top of this, Mega's coming back to the TCG will bring people that were fans of the XY era, fans of the Mega Pokemon and that style of card. It'll bring them back into the TCG. They'll want to collect those new Mega cards like they collected the old ones. And with that, people want to go back to the original era when Megas were introduced, which is the XY era, and they want to buy these packs. Now, XY era booster boxes are inaccessible for most people, especially the good ones. Ancient Origins, Roaring Skies, Evolutions, things like that. And don't even get me started on those ETB prices. So the most accessible way to collect these modern vintage packs in the future will be through sleeved booster packs, because you can buy a singular pack, it's sleeved, so you have that kind of air of safety around the product where it can't really be weighed as easily. Like sure, you can reseal them, things like that, but in general, sleeve booster packs are way safer than just a loose random booster pack. And on top of this, they are collectible because they have an art set. So this is the Groudon one here, obviously. And if you can see on the backpack, or maybe I'll just show it on the screen, but there is a Kyogre version, a Gardevoir version, and an Aggron version. People are going to want to buy the full art set. So picking up art sets of sleeve boosters now and then selling them later when megas are reintroduced may be a good play. I could be totally wrong on this one. This is more of a curveball, like out there pickup, but I think there's a chance it could work out really well, so I'm going to try it. At number 4, we swing back from the XY era all the way to Scarlet and Violet, and let's talk about Temporal Forces booster boxes. These things are hovering right around that $100 price point that a lot of these Scarlet and Violet sets are hovering at, but I've seen deals for it on things like TikTok Shop for way cheaper. I managed to pick up this exact box for $87, shipped, taxes, everything. Now, if we're talking about a good entry point, that is the definition. And if you have access to TikTok Shop and these deals, I'd definitely be paying attention to them because you never know when an opportunity will pop up and you can get something at a great price. On top of this, Temporal Forces is, in my opinion, the coolest modern set that's been released. Now, other sets from the Scarlet and Violet era have been really cool and they've brought people chasing and they've brought demand to those sets, but none have really brought demand around modern Pokemon like Temporal Forces has. Like if we look at Paldea Evolved, the top chase card there is a Magikarp card. It's not a modern or newer Pokemon, it's a Magikarp. Now the art style and all that stuff, completely modern, but the actual Pokemon itself is not. Paradox Rift, same thing. The Groudon is really expensive, but the actual modern cards and modern chase cards aren't really there. That Roaring Moon is barely holding onto that $50 price tag, and the Iron Valiant is not even close. Paldean Fates is carried by a Charizard, a Mew card, and a Gardevoir card. And Twilight Masquerade has a Greninja, which is worth a ton of money, but the Ogerpons, which are the modern Pokemon which the set is supposedly surrounded around, don't have any chase. But what Temporal Forces has is demand for these cards. The Iron Crown, the Raging Bolt, the Iron Leaves. Super cool cards, great chase, and they also have some good throwback Pokemon cards in there. You have the Morty's Conviction with that really cool Gengar, which has a fat price tag on it. And then you have the Ghastly as well running through the streets with a hefty price on it for an illustration rare. And now this is not to say that those sets are bad, I just think Temporal Forces is unique in generating hype and demand around these modern Pokemon. Alright, enough ranting, on to number 3. At number 3, I have Lost Origin booster boxes. I probably won't go crazy on these boxes purely because I just have a ton of Lost Origin product at this point, but the prices of these have dropped a good bit due to restocks at the distributor level, and now you can get them sitting around $190. This set is great. I don't see a reason why we wouldn't see this box price sitting around $250 or even up to $300 within the next year, year and a half. This slight increase in supply from restocks from distributors isn't going to really do anything in the long run. It's going to be a drop in the bucket. It's not a major reprint or anything like that. And if a major reprint comes, I'll buy more of it. It'll be in my top investments for whatever month that is. Lost Origin is a great set. The Alt Art era is a great era. And the Giratina V is an amazing chase card. This set has everything going for it. And I'm going to be buying boxes as long as they're below $200. At number 2, we have Silver Tempest booster boxes. Are you getting deja vu? Because I am. I think I've put this on my top investments of the month for the past 2 months. And look, it's not going to change. If the Pokemon Center keeps it in stock and the market value stays $20 above the Pokemon Center price, I'm going to keep buying it. Every other Alt Art Sword and Shield set saw an uptick in price as soon as it left the Pokemon Center. Why would Silver Tempest be any different? And if Astral Radiance can surge upwards, there's no reason Silver Tempest can't. I think a year from now, whenever this set is off the Pokemon Center, this box will be right around $200. And a lot of people will be looking back to right around this time being like, why didn't I buy it? It was available in the Pokemon Center for so long. I saw all the other Alt Art sets leave and go up in price, but I just didn't buy Silver Tempest. I don't want that to happen to me, so I'm buying it now. Without any further ado, my number 1 pickup for the month of July is Fusion Strike Sleeve Booster Packs, specifically from the Pokemon Center. It's getting hot in here. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling it. These things were my top 5 pickups for the month of June, and they're right here at the top for the month of July. Now let's get into an actual breakdown for why this is my number 1 pickup. So these packs are $3.99 per pack on the Pokemon Center. If you buy a set of 36 of these, that is $144, which is the same price as a booster box from the Pokemon Center. Now, the booster box of Fusion Strike obviously is no longer on the Pokemon Center, and its price is about $100 above that. So it's around $230 to $240 per booster box. So there's a huge discrepancy between the price per pack of a Fusion Strike sleeve booster pack and a Fusion Strike booster box. Whenever there's a discrepancy like this, there's money to be made. Now, if we take a look at some of the listings for 36 sleeve booster pack lots on eBay right now, you can see they're sitting around $195 to $205 plus shipping. Now, we already know that we're buying these at $144 for all the booster packs. Now, if we add taxes into that, it gets to about $150. And if you're selling on things like eBay, like these people are, then you have to eat those eBay fees, which is 13.25%, I believe. Now, if we factor that in, say you sell it at $195, what you would actually get back is around $170 to $173. But you bought in for $150, and now you can get $170 in return. That's a little bit over 110% return on investment. So you can buy this right now for MSRP on the Pokemon Center. You're not scalping, you're not scamming anybody, and then you can turn around and flip it on eBay and make money. If that isn't a great entry point, I don't know what is. I assume as these go off the Pokemon Center, you'll see a fat uptick in the prices for these sleeve booster packs. I think we'll see this booster box at around $300 within a year. And alongside that, we'll see these sleeve booster 36 pack lots sitting around $250. I'm absolutely going to be picking a ton of these sleeve booster packs up this month. Those are my top 5 pickups for the month of July. Let me know if you agree, disagree with what I said, or you have some other different pickups that you're looking at. I'd love to hear what you guys are investing in and any other different perspectives that you guys have. So thank you for watching. My name is Jack. This was JBTCG. And as always, stay safe out there.